First thing about riding free skates is, of course, you don't want to fall and hurt yourself. Safety is always a big thing. So first step is getting your right skate and your left skate. You can see that on the JMKs. It's on the bottom of the skate. Plant your foot square. See, there's an equal area on each side. I'm flush with it, even with it. Put your toe down the ground and plant your foot so you don't go rolling around.
Show them an example of how not to get on.
So I'm on, right? Now I'm gonna jump on the other. Do that with both feet. Now, to get started, you don't have anything developed for getting able to push yourself. So find a nice slope. This is just a nice little slope down sidewalk. You have your feet square, both of them square, and flush with it straight along. How I push off, I lift my front foot and I just kind of just flick my foot back, my right foot back. And you do that the same way, either direction, left or right, depending on if you skate normal or goofy. And all I'm gonna do is lift off with both feet. I'm gonna roll down the hill. And let the hill start to carry you. And then you can start to work on balance. You gotta like lean forward, lean back, move your arms, whatever you have to do.
Are most people gonna get it with the first 30 minutes?
No, they won't. Not very few people. Usually it's someone that's had some previous form of skating or snowboarding or skiing or something where they've got really good balance skills, but don't be discouraged. It might take you a while. You can try different things like handrails, rolling down hills as slowly as you can. If you need to, measure yourself out on a sidewalk and try and beat your high score each time. At the beginning, it's going to involve a lot of walking back uphill and re-rolling until you start getting a feel for the balance of it. If you have your feet square and you're going to push off, but you don't have your weight distributed and you slide off, you'll do a lot of that where the skate will stay in place. You've pushed forward, but you leave the skate behind. Equidistant beneath your shoulders, and to start rolling, it's more of just like a push off and glide than it is like a shove to get you started.
I just learned like a month ago. What helped for me is the first thing I did is I just like walked myself along a wall, right, to learn my balance. Then I started going downhill. Once you have downhill balance, right, just kind of start making a little S shape with your foot, with your front foot. Just kind of start twisting that left foot, making a little wiggle. And as you do that, what tends to happen is your right foot will follow in suit, right? And so you're not really propelling yourself yet, but you're just kind of, as you learn to balance, your feet just kind of go with it, right?
Now, when you first hopped on these things, were you able to do the motion?
Not even close.
Not even close.
It took me about 2 nights. I think one night I spent about 2 hours just falling and falling and falling again. And I went and I just slept on it. And the next morning I could kind of balance and I kept falling and then falling. And the next morning, then I could start to get the motion. Right?
So the people who just can't get it after a little while, what would you say to them?
It takes practice. It takes practice.
Should they be discouraged?
Absolutely not. It takes practice and it takes time, right? Because I've never skated before. This is my first ever. I haven't longboarded or skateboarded, or I guess I kind of rollerbladed when I was like, what, 6? But that doesn't really help here, right? When you're learning this, you just have to fall and then keep falling and then keep trying again. And that's how you get it, right? Because I just learned this like a month ago. What I found helped me in propelling is just really driving that front leg and then falling with your back leg. So as you go, right, especially uphill, go drive your left leg and just keep on making big motions, right? And as you'll notice, as you keep doing that, you'll get better at going uphill, especially on flat ground, right? And it's you know, every time you get a little better at it, you get a little farther uphill before you have to just stop and find the next downhill to go, right? But as you just keep going, just really drive that left leg. And that's it. That's how you propel yourself just a little bit faster as you're learning.
So when you first get on these, if you've ever ridden a ripstick, you might think the motion is like a front and back kind of thing. That's what a lot of beginners try to do. It's not like that at all. This is actually tilting your feet front and backward is not going to do anything for you to propel. The motion is actually pivoting your foot, or rather your entire leg, back and forth to move your skate back and forward. So you're actually rotating both your feet counterclockwise and clockwise. So what I would say is experiment with what rotating your feet or your legs back and forth does to your skate. What makes the skate go forward? What makes it go backward? Just take the time to just grind and figure that out. And after a while, you'll really get used to how that feels. And before you know it, your legs will start, hopefully, to go in this S motion, where one moment your feet are pointed out, and the next moment you're in, out, out. At the exact same time, your feet should be transitioning to pointing out, in, out. Hopefully that makes sense.
So, talking about how to propel yourself and how to get that motion down, the S motion that you're looking at. So even if you just hop along with one foot and you twist your foot, you'll feel how that moves you by itself. Just because the wheels are set so that when they get pushed back and forth, it will pull you forward, which is actually the carving, which gives you your momentum. So it's not so much as like a ripstick motion, but it's kind of like a push and pull, which pushes you sideways. When you plant and you have your initial like setup or you're flush with the sides, you really don't ever leave that. As you go, you apply downward pressure, which keeps you connected with the grip tape. Also, you're gonna wanna have good gritty grip tape that can give a lot of friction connecting you to the platform. That's how a lot of people say, like, are there magnets? Are you taped in? Are you strapped in? And no, it's just as you push down against the grip tape, you hopefully just don't slide at all, and that's how you stay on.
And that's why JMK makes the best grip tape in existence.
Absolutely. Sponsor us, John.
Sponsor us.
Choose your sponsor. There we see the inferior type skate rolling around.
No, we don't say that.
Very, very long downhill, and you're going at least 150 miles an hour. How do you stop without face planting?
If you've ever snowboarded, or you are probably on YouTube right now and you can look up a quick video of snowboarding, carving back and forth and doing a large swath that way, side to side down a hill, is how you slow down. So if you're gonna be carving, you're going down a hill very quickly, or uphill, doesn't matter. Basically, you open your face up and you go as wide as possible and you cover as much area before you have to turn. So basically, like bouncing back and forth between the edges of the sidewalk or road, and you cover as much area as you can and just try and slow down.
So these are very wide turns.
Wide turns.
Not sharp turns.
Wide turns, slowly as you can. Because when you're going quicker, your legs might start shaking, and the instant you start turning, you're gonna have some trouble. So be prepared, know how fast you can go, how fast the skates you're riding can go, and what might be ahead. If you're on a road, be on the lookout for cars, because we've had people run into the streets. We've had some very hard stops where you fall down. Those aren't as fun.
If you find a big crack like this, don't go over it. Just be mindful. Be careful.
So a lot of times when you're on Freeskates, you'll come across a large gap like this. You're gonna have to get used to what you can handle and what you can't. And trust me, you're gonna figure that out pretty quickly. So Eric over here is gonna show an example of making it over a gap.
So the quicker you go, you can cover a gap like that. But when you're going slow, your wheel will get buckled and fall in like that. So the bigger the gap, the faster you need to go, and that sucks because that's the opposite. The bigger the gap, I want to go slower. But to cover a small crack in the concrete, you need to start just rolling. To cover a gap between two pavement slabs like that, you gotta be going a bit quicker. But if it's too big and you misjudge it, if you're gonna go straight into a hole, like a little pothole or something, I would say bail, jump off the back of the skates, and they're gonna do their thing. But you probably don't want to be with them when they do it.
Oh boy, Jackson.
You want me to send you the link?
Not yet. Well,
Yeah, Jackson, come on, calm down.
DMs.
you want to give like a quick rundown?
Right, and they just showed up, all of them here.
Do?
So we're gonna do a quick live demonstration versus what we were just doing. So we're the ISU Free Skate Club. Get started. You have your two skates. There's a right and a left.
So, can you tell which one's the left and right? This one you're looking at?
All right, how you turn it? Try taking your left foot and turning it back so you start grinding down the hill. Try and twist them in. All right, I'll try and twist them out.
Yeah.
All right.
So just get used to how that feels. What we're doing to make it do that is we're rotating our leg constantly like this.
Yeah, we're not.
That's what
actually,
makes this skate go front and back.
Yeah, Perfect. Okay, what's your name, man?
Patrick.
Patrick, nice to meet you. Eric.
Nice meeting you. Thank you, guys.
No problem.
What's your name?
Sean Schindler.
Okay, you just started how long ago?
What do you say it was?
5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. I had
5,
an
10,
exam.
10 at most.
I had
Yeah.
This guy showed up here less than 10 minutes ago. This is his progress so far. Honestly, this is probably the fastest I've seen.
This
That's
is
good.
it's much faster than I learned.
If you keep at it for, I don't know, give it an hour or two,
Yeah.
you'll be close to where this guy is
Actually,
at.
don't even worry about getting an hour. give it like a half an hour and then go home and sleep on it.
Give it 30 minutes, sleep on it.
Dude,
No, seriously.
this guy's insane.
Do it.
Do you skate?
No, he
What
doesn't.
do you mean, what kind of skating?
Anything?
No, not really. I've rollerbladed. Yeah, I don't. I like wake surf and.
So yeah, if you can wake surf, that's a requirement.
I've only wake surfed once, so. And it was
Did you
just.
get up?
Dude,
It looks a little goofy.
you're getting better every time. It's an arrow pointing towards you. Tell me if this feels normal. Like
God,
give it
it
your
already
best,
does
give it
it.
your best
It
shot.
already does.
It
it.
It already feels
And
so
now point
uncomfortable.
your
was
toe
like-
down. Doesn't that feel just awkward?
Yeah.
Okay, now you're not gonna be able to even skate that.
Yeah, these ones are better.
Your initial push off should be a lot. I don't want to say a lot harder because I don't want you to
Try skating
overdo
left,
it.
too.
But just give
So
you
left.
give yourself
Try
a
skating
nice
left.
push. That'll get yourself some
actually-
speed,
it's
so you don't have to do
bad.
the work.
Shoot, I'm trying to go left. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you've got the. You're starting to learn how to turn them.
Right.
So before you go, you are. All right, you're going this way,
Yeah.
which means.
No.
Try pointing your toes out and
Okay.
see what it does. So try pointing your toes out instead for a little bit.
Okay.
Don't overdo it though. Just kind of ease in. Yep. You see how you're starting to go that way? Now start going this way. Now start pointing them out again. It's awkward at first. It doesn't feel normal.
Motherfucker.
Look at how far he's going. He's still going.
It was.
Does that help at all?
Yeah, that helped a lot. That's pretty much all it was.
You just need to get used to turning your feet the other way. You were constantly pointing your feet inward, and then now you're learning how to point them outward.
Yeah, that was helpful.
It took me a week to learn to go that far.
Right, just ease into it rather than. See, and then you start slowing down, right?
Yeah.
You just got to learn how the motion is going to give you momentum,
Yeah.
and then you'll be going for miles.
Sweet. I'm gonna call that good. That was a good
Sweet. What was your name again, Sean?
one. Sean, yeah. Sean Schindler.
Gabe.
Awesome.
Nice to meet you. So that does it for the first official free skate tutorial on my channel. I hope that helps some of you out a lot, and if you have any other questions, feel free to hit me up down in the comments. Like seriously, hit me up down there. Don't be afraid. And if you have a suggestion for another video or something you want to learn, let me know. Otherwise, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, you guys have anything else to say that should be added?
Stay safe, man.